Okay. All right. Hello. I was able to get 3 people instead of 7 because 7 people was really hard to get, but 3 people was better than none. Pass the camera to you. All right. Hello. My name is Chloe, and I'm going to talk to you about the cruelties of animal testing. To begin, there are gargantuan needles being injected into small animals every day. This is what happens at an animal testing facility. They don't really care. That's the small animal. The needle is oversized. How would you feel if someone came knocking at your door asking to have your cat or your dog that they're going to test on them to help make your favorite mascara? You wouldn't exactly be too pleased then. And first, there are a couple of reasons that I have. Making an animal live inside a cage and live in fear for the rest of its life is no way for an animal to be treated. The PETA, which is an organization that is really well known for saving animals, they say that they languish in pain, ache with loneliness, and long to roam free and use their mind. There are over 100 million animals that are suffering through this every day of their lives, and just not a way for an animal to live. And then for cosmetics, household cleaners, and consumer products, the animals are blinded, poisoned, and tortured every day of their life. Apparently to PETA, these tests that are being conducted, they don't even need to can be conducted. They're not really required. And this is something that people actually get kind of mad about once they find out. Whenever they do conduct these tests, they use taxpayers' money, even though these tests don't even need to be required. Then there's a second reason. The majority of experiments being used on animals are too dangerous for humans. According to the Humane Society, 90% of animals that were tested on aren't actually counted in the final statistics. There is the Animal Welfare Act that is designed to protect animals, but it doesn't protect mice, rats, birds, reptiles, and amphibians, so in essence it's not really protecting anyone. And even if an animal is protected under the AWA, companies like to stretch the truth about it. And then there's also animal testing is mandatory in China. So if there's a product you have and you find out that they're testing in China, then that product now tests on animals, even if it advertised as it didn't. An example of this would be Revlon. They were always cruelty-free, and personally my favorite makeup brand. But then they decided to start selling in China, and now they are no longer cruelty-free. And let's see. Oh, there's also a bit of stretching the truth as well when there's companies that say final product is not tested on animals. What they do is they'll test every single chemical in the animal except for water and then see what happens. And then they'll add water in the final product, basically trying to make it seem like, oh, they weren't really hurting the animal when they are. And then there's always alternatives to animal testing. Human volunteers is one solution. Humans will always volunteer. That's why there are products out there that don't test on animals. Volunteers obviously want to be compensated for it, so companies are already using taxpayers' money to test on animals. Why not use taxpayers' money to compensate the volunteers instead? Or if anything, we could raise taxes by half a cent. And there are plenty of safe chemicals that can be used. Europe has banned all kinds of animal testing, and the entire country is still obviously able to produce products. And then there are some ethical guidelines called the 3 R's, which stands for replacement, reduction, and refinement. Replacement as in find different chemicals, and then reduction is to reduce the amount of animals you're using, and then refinement is to just make sure everyone's still happy. So, in conclusion, animal testing is probably one of the most inhumane things to do in the world. Companies have, over the years, decided to switch over to being cruelty-free, and if they're able to do that, then I think everyone should just start using cruelty-free products. The end.